Yo, welcome back. This is Stu42 with another Minecraft video. Today we're finally going to get to some power that is of the renewable kind. We're going to go for some immersive engineering and I'm going to do the water wheel. So I've just been looking up what we're going to store the power and I think we're going to go for a cell rather than a capacitor. Yeah, one of these we should be able to make. I think we've got all the stuff we can do for that. Last time I did say I was going to make the metal former and a basic generator for industrial craft stuff. So I have now made those and they're just plugged together like this. To be very careful with these because once you've placed them down, you can't move them. Not without an electric wrench set to lossless mode, which I think is there. So a little bit nasty to make. The wrench is pretty easy, it's just a bunch of bronze, but the power unit needs some iron casings, some more RE batteries, electric motors, a bunch of stuff. Unfortunately for me, I have no more electrotine left. I only had 2 pieces of it and it was just enough to make the generator in the first place. So that's just going to sit there. We need to get the power sorted first of all. So let's get to it. To make our water wheel, we're going to need water wheels. So I'm going to make 3 of these. So we're going to need 24 segments. 24 segments is that, which I think is about 120 treated wood planks all up. In fact, it might be 120 for 2 sets of wheels. Anyway, I'm going to make 2 full stacks of treated wood. Should be pretty easy to do with, let's see. Actually, we're going to, yeah, we've got one over there. So what I'm going to do for this is just grab like that and we will throw that around there, and put it in there. Do that, grab it again, get it, do that. This is going to be a bit time consuming. So what I'm going to do is I'll make these off camera. I'm also going to make, now with the water wheel, we are going to need 3 of these, which is an iron block extruded. Now this is one of the reasons why we needed this. So we can set that to extruding, make some iron blocks, which I believe should be, yeah, just 9 iron in a square. So I'm going to make that. We'll get that done up, those 3 water wheels. We're also going to need a kinetic dynamo. So we're going to need one of these, which is some steel again, which is why we had to do the blast furnace first of all. We're also going to need an MV capacitor, lead, some electrum, pretty easy, more treated wood, redstone, iron, pretty standard stuff. Yeah, just looked at the capacitor, the electrum. Yeah, 8 of those, which is, yeah, more electrum and some more treated sticks. So I'm going to run away. I'm going to use these 2 stacks of treated wood and see if that is enough to make our water wheels plus the kinetic dynamo. I'll be back in just a minute once I've made all those things up. Alrighty, I have been away and made a ton of stuff. Let's just eat up. So I have my 3 water wheels. I ended up with 4 treated wood planks left over out of the 2 stacks, which is pretty good. I've made a hardened energy cell frame and the kinetic dynamo that we're going to need. Now, for my next trick, I'm going to use some wool just to mark out some of the areas. So I'm going to try and build, I know I've built water wheels before on this, but I'm going to try and make this one a lot better than the first one I did. Hopefully a lot more efficient, although it won't be as pretty, unfortunately. So what I'm going to do first of all is dig out, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it needs to be 7. So this thing is 7 by 7, which is pretty crazy. Again, a good reason for going with 3 deep. Awesome. So I'm going to use the wool to put wool there and there. Awesome. And now we're going to have, I've also managed to put some water here. So this water is going to be along this edge. Now it's flowing this way at the moment, but it will reverse and go the other way once we put the the wheel in place. So what I'm going to do is let's put the kinetic dynamo in. So in the middle, we want to go here, in the middle, and then the dynamo should sit on top of that, 1, 2, 3 below. Cool. So now if we put the wheel in there, there we go. So that's flowing the other way now. Now when we put all 3 of these in here, these should actually spin the opposite direction. So what I'm going to do is, to get some help, I'm going to put that there, that there, and that there on top of, hit the wrong side. There we go. Right, so that should roll that way. Now when we put the other 3 of these wheels in, it should be a lot nicer as well. So we're going to put, just going to move these to outside. Now what are we going to need? We're going to need to have a level above here. So 1 level above this, we're going to also need some of this wool. 2, 3, that'll do there. And now we can actually climb on this. And we want to have, is it on there? I think that's where we need it. Maybe it needs to be 1 block higher. Yes, it does need to be 1 block higher. So that needs to be on there. That needs to be on there. So let's just take that out, and that out. There we go. So 2 across there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, and then we're going to need another one up top as well. So let's just go across the top here. So at the same level as this, we want it to be, I think it's a gap of 4 in the middle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the wool. So 1, 2, 3. Gonna have to dig this around. Awesome. So that can go there, and the remaining 2 wool can go there. Awesome. That should be what we need. Now we're going to need to build this up a bit. Also going to need 1 there, which means I'm gonna this is going to be a bit tricky to get everything up, unfortunately. So that can go there, that can go there, and I think that's us for this side. We can now, I can probably replace some of this with glass at some point so that we can see what's going on in there, but I might do that later. Or shall I do it now? Have we got chisel? Not the carpenter's chisel. That chisel. Stick in an iron. Easy. Easy, easy. Awesome. So we can use, where is it? Quite clear glass, because when you break quite clear glass, it turns into quite clear glass rather than destroying it, which is very, very handy. So I'll do, yeah, let's do it on this side. We'll do it so we can see. Oops. See, I've already put one in the wrong spot. let's go for there. And let's do this. And we'll do some glass. Put one there. Just move these out slightly. Hey, there we go. Grab that back. Okay, so now that we have this here, we can put the other wheels in place. So, well, actually, before we do that, I will show you where the other water is going to go. So, what we need to do is we need to put one water on here, and that'll flow back that way. That should automatically flow that way. Cool, that's not making a big mess everywhere. So you might just put across there. There we go. Actually, I'll put glass here for now, but I am going to change this for cobblestone because I think I'm going to build another one right next to this actually. Would probably be a good idea. Ah, not quite enough. Do I have 3 more? No. Let's just throw an amount of those in there, put the rubber back over there. Get those 3. Now, while this is happening, we are going to need to do that. That may as well stay glass. Actually, I don't even think we really even need the glass across the front here. And that'll be the 3 that I need. Awesome. So, now that we've got water up there, water along there flowing that way, water along here flowing that way, let's grab another bit of water. And we want it to be against that there, which will flow. Alright, we do actually need the wheels in place now. So let's throw one there. Ha! One there and one there. Cool. So now when we get our water at the top, it should flow all along that way, which is awesome. And that will flow down and around the back of the wheel. So there's 3 along there, 3 along there. This is automatically filled in the middle one, so that's cool. 3 along there, 3 along there. 3 in the front here facing back the other way. And 3 along the back there flowing that way, which I don't think you actually need, but let's have it there anyway. Alrighty, now, what are we going to need? A bunch of copper, I think. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try that amount because I do have these treated planks left. First of all, I had some hardened clay left over, which is brilliant for making LV wire connectors. Treated sticks for making some LV wire. Now there was, where was it? The stick. This thing, the wooden post. Ah, treated wooden fence and coloured stones. So if we grab some of that, we're going to need more treated planks. There just happens to be some treated wood that I had left over. 8 and 12 should do. Cool. So some of those. Now what we can do is we can put that on the side of there. Put that there. Some temporary scaffolding. Ah, we go. Did I get that back? Yes, I did. Cool, that can go there. And now our power, we are going to put, I don't know, up high probably. Up there. Let's just do that for now. Now these things will let us go from anywhere, so let's just shift click both of those to make them maximum. The top is going to be blue for input, I believe. Now we should be able to go from one from there to there. Yep. And one from there to there. Hopefully this is now, yep, recharging nice and quickly too. Awesome. Cool, so there is our power sorted. Now from the back of here, we're going to run, I'm actually going to have to make some machines out the back, but one of the neat things with the LVY connectors is these things actually convert from one to the other. So when you, like from RF to IC2 EU. So what I'm going to do is I'll probably put another one of these. So what I'll do between this time and next time, because this is probably a good place to end the episode, I might make another 3 of these water wheels along here, because if it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing. And that way we'll have another generator on the other side of this coming out. That'll supply this and supply our machines. What else do I need to make between now and next time? That's probably it, to be honest. Next time I'm going to make a few machines to try and make our lives a bit easier, especially now that we've got power sort of coming in. Yeah, 2 million RF. It looks like it's coming in quickly, but maybe it's not as fast as I thought. Alright, so that is it from me anyway. That's a good place to end. As always, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.